Hey guys, got another BimmerCode video for you today. BimmerCode, not BimmerCode. So a while back, I did a video on getting rid of some annoying features that are inherent to your F-Series BMW with BimmerCode, and that video got a lot of great responses, a lot of good comments from you guys about some of your favorite features and things to code in. Not necessarily stuff that's, gets rid of annoying behavior, but just things that are useful, cool to have, stuff like that. So I went through most of which I did not have in my car. Again, a lot of great suggestions. So I found 5 that I really liked because of course 5. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna code in your suggestions into my F80. So let's just go dive right in. Actually, they're already coded in because I wanted to test them out a little bit, but we're still gonna go through where they are in the menu and talk a little bit about the different options. All right, I got my VPeak OBDII Bluetooth scanner here. Gonna plug that in. Got the seatbelt plugged in, keep the car on, and battery tender. And if you're interested in any of this stuff, links in the description below. All right, so let's get started here. Connect. By the way, I don't love the fact that it's not even the end of summer yet, but it's cool enough to be in a hoodie today. Not cool. Okay, so first up is probably one of the most common ones, and that is folding your mirrors with pressing and holding the lock button on your key fob. Never had this before, but probably should have. So there's 2 different ways you can do this. You can either tie it to convenient closing, which is what the pressing and holding the lock button on your key fob does. It rolls up your windows, and if you have a sunroof, it can close that at a certain interval. Or actually, if you have comfort access, you can press and hold the ribbed section of your door handle, which I didn't even know that was a thing. That's awesome. Or you can target the mirrors automatically to fold with just pressing the lock button. However, heads up about that one, if you ever wanted to undo that function, you'd have to revert to a backup in BimmerCode, because for that setting, the only option besides active is unassigned, which is not the same thing as disabled or not active. So for me, I'm gonna go with folding up the mirrors with convenient closing on a 1-second interval. Here's why. I figure if the car is in the driveway and I'm just locking up for the night, I don't really need to fold up the mirrors, but obviously if I'm out somewhere, if it's a tight squeeze, or if I'm on a side street or something, I have the option to just press and hold the lock button for 1 second, or roll everything up, close the sunroof if it's open, and fold the mirrors up. The other cool thing is that if you just press the unlock button, it'll unfold the mirrors automatically. You don't have to sit there and press and hold it as part of convenient opening. It's very cool. So for that one, we're gonna go to front electric module. By the way, if you're not really familiar with BimmerCode, if you're coding multiple things in the same module, you can sort of group them all together and then code them all at once instead of doing them one at a time. Just makes it a little faster. All right, so for this, we're gonna go down to, by the way, here's all your convenient closing options. Like I said, tons of different configurability here, but we're gonna scroll down to mirrors right here. And then we'll go to fold mirrors with convenient closing, and you wanna set that to active. Okay, the next one is the auto start stop and disabling it. Now, your mileage might vary here. Personally, I hate it. I don't like the feature as fast as it is. Even in a manual transmission car, if I accidentally have the feature on, which is the only way that it would ever be on, it would restart the car before the clutch even gets to the floor. So yes, it is very fast, but I don't like it. I don't like the car turning itself off, at a red light or something like that, whatever. So I've gone through and disabled that, and there's a couple of different features here for disabling it. The first one is the main one, which is auto start stop function off by default, so that when you start the car, it is automatically off, and you want to set that to active, right? However, you also want to set auto start stop function memory to not active. So that way, if you accidentally hit the button, which is how I've turned mine on accidentally in the past, then it will not remember the state of that button. And that's cool. And then finally, if your car has eco mode, which the F80 does not, you can go into the auto start stop function in eco mode and set it to not active. Again, mine's active because I just don't have the feature, but that would make it so that setting your car in eco pro mode does not enable auto start stop. Okay, so this next one, I don't know how many people are gonna find this useful or how many people would even notice outside of your car, but I don't know, man. Somebody suggested it. I thought it was kind of cool. I like tinkering with lighting, and so I did this one. And that is, again, in the front electric module under the lighting section, door handle lights when reverse gear is engaged. I thought it was cool. So when you have your car in reverse, it puts on all of the lights on the door handles. Again, I don't know how many people will notice it, but thought it was neat. So again, under lighting, door handle lights when reverse gear is engaged, set that one to active. Seems pretty neat. Okay, so back out at the main menu, the next one we're gonna go into advanced crash safety module and let that read the data. This one is setting the seatbelt reminder for the passenger seat to not active. So if you've ever had where you put something that weighs more than a few pounds on your passenger seat, the car thinks that you have a passenger who's not wearing their seatbelt, and it dings the reminders. Oh, come on, man. So whatever you have, you either got to throw it in the back seat or plug the seatbelt in. Super annoying. So again, with that, you go into advanced crash safety module and then set the seatbelt reminder for the passenger seat to not active. And in addition to that, I also set the indicator for the passenger seat to not active so you don't have the warning light on your dash. All right, now for this last one, we're gonna go into all-round view camera. And so we're doing to have the camera enabled at any speed, right? So, and this is another one of those ones that might not be useful to everybody. I think it's kind of cool to have the option of doing. Now, there are a couple of different options that are also tied into this, such as the threshold when the camera disables or the distance that you have to drive before the camera disables or auto shuts off. I'm not gonna worry about any of that because I'm fine with that as the default. But again, I wanna be able to have it come on at any speed. And for this one, we're gonna go into expert mode. So disclaimer, whenever you're doing stuff in expert mode, be careful. So we're gonna go into expert mode, accept the warning. We're gonna go into module 3000 at the top. We're gonna scroll down to SV activate speed limit. So initially it's gonna be set to 0F, but you wanna set a custom value to 00. So if you wanted to do this, you could just hit the backspace button and it'll change from 0F to 00. So you're gonna do done, back, and then you also wanna do the SV deactivate speed. So again, custom value, changing 0F to 00. And if you ever wanna revert, there's a setting is already there at the top. You can just tap that and it'll reset to 0F. All right, now this last one, kind of a bonus for you, and I can't do it because it is in the head unit section, and because I have an aftermarket Apple CarPlay license, it renders the head unit in BimmerCode inoperable. So I can't even read the head unit, so I'm in demo mode for this. But this one comes at the suggestion of my buddy Hot Rod M4, who runs an awesome YouTube channel, and that is to change the warning chimes in the BMW to sound like a Rolls Royce. Class it up a little bit, right? So for that, you would go into head unit, and then right under audio, second one down, warning chime, and you can change that to Rolls Royce. You can actually also do BMW or the mini warning, or you can revert back to the stock BMW sound. But yeah, I kind of like that. Now I could actually uninstall CarPlay, at which point I'd be able to go ahead and read the head unit, install whatever, set whatever I want, and then reinstall CarPlay. I'm not gonna do that today, but if I have to in the future for some other stuff, I might roll this one in. All right, guys, well, there you go. So those are my 5 suggestions that I took from you to code into my F80 plus a bonus. Couldn't do the bonus one, but nonetheless, good suggestion still. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Let me know what some of your other favorites are. Maybe we'll make another follow-up to this one. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.